Greetings, Brown Fox Warrior here. On October 31st, a new webcomic launched under the name Nocturnal Vices, written by a team called synth-wave Comics. It takes place in the city of Nighthaven and focuses its themes on a mix of retrowave and noir type mystery. I'm always a fan of a well-told story, and I found Nocturnal Vices to display sufficient characterization along with the motives of those characters within its opening pages. Most webcomics look great visually but are lacking in the actual story. Those writers often forget that storytelling is an art form in itself, and that's why it's refreshing to see that synth-wave Comics understands their craft. But even then, what drove me to make a video on the comic instead of simply just reading it myself and moving on? Well, there's an Avali. Now, Tivrock may not be the sharpest tool in the shed or even the protagonist of the story, but the cheeky nature of the Space Raptors portrayed in his entrance is just too much to pass up without mentioning here on the channel. In fact, I almost feel bad for ignoring the actual protagonist's motives and just overshadowing him with burp. Before I direct you to the links in the description though, Tobias, or just Tibbs, of synth-wave Comics was kind enough to answer a few questions over text about the project, so here's a little interview with him. First question, what inspired you to start synth-wave Comics? synth-wave Comics started as a passion project. All of our artists and members have been my personal friends, some for months, some for decades, and we've always wanted to have a creative outlet beyond taking commissions, to create worlds and tell stories. So how big is synth-wave Comics? I know the links on the site refer to you in Purple Malevolence. Are there others in more minor supporting roles, or is everyone paired off and doing their own projects under the umbrella group name? Yes, we are actually updating the team page this week to include all our team members as well as supporters such as Dashi and the Avali Army to our patrons. synth-wave Comics consists of our background/sketch artist that goes by the nickname Minda Blue, our fantastic line artist and art supervisor Gutsy, my great friend and colorist Unit H. Mal and I co-own synth-wave Comics. He is our main writer and concept artist, and I as the producer coordinate the efforts of our teams, as well as all the technical/business aspects of synth-wave Comics, such as hiring web designers, composers, and maintaining our social media presence and public relations. Will the theme/setting change over time, or will it remain solely Halloween theme although the spooky season has passed? This answer is a bit complicated. The theme will remain spooky as an important aspect of the comic is the supernatural, which will become more prevalent as we advance through chapter 1, but it'll go beyond Halloween Day. We describe Nocturnal Vices as an adult comic with dark humor, graphic violence, supernatural, and sci-fi elements. What piece of media, movie, novel, game, or otherwise, would you say influenced the comic the most? We've been inspired by many things to create Nocturnal Vices, from Hotline Miami when it comes to games, to songs like Magnum Bullets, Thriller, Carpenter Brut, and even Ash and the Evil Dead. How long will Nocturnal Vices be? Let's just say we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what the city of Nighthaven has to offer. You're starting off small for now, but how big do you dream of expanding? Will you attempt a physical print? We have big plans for both NV as well as synth-wave Comics. Depending on the success of our release in the coming months, we plan to create spin-off series exploring other themes inside the world of Nighthaven. We've planned an Avali-focused storyline, as well as others more focused on the paranormal, including one-shots with specific characters. We are planning a Kickstarter campaign once Chapter 1 is finished, where we will have physical prints, plushes of our cast, of which there already have been prototypes, to a vinyl album with original music inspired by Nocturnal Vices' colorful yet dark vibe. How confident do you feel with the webcomic's official release? We are pretty happy with the launch, excited to finally show the world what we have been working on for months. With support of the community, we can bring even more content as time goes by. Finally, is there anything particular you hope for readers to take away from the comic? The biggest thing that readers could get is to have fun. That has been one of the key aspects of producing the comic, although of course there have been quite some big costs with the project monetarily speaking. However, this is not something we've made with the intent of making money, but rather to create a world that all of its makers, and hopefully our readers, will enjoy for a long time to come. I'd like to again thank Tibbs for taking the time to chat with me. So if you want to read the comic yourself, links to the comic website, Discord server, etc. will be in the description. They also have a Patreon page to help assist with the production costs. If you are able and interested, the Patreon link will also be in the description. 100% funding goes directly back to the project. That about puts a wrap on things. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later.